Is it a cream? Is it a powder? What the hell is it? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey. If you're new, today's video is going to be all about this little bad boy right here. This is the new Huda Beauty Creamy, is it Creamy Obsessions? I think it's Creamy, yes it is. So it's the Natural Brown Creamy Obsessions. I look a bit of a hot mess because I've just had my dinner. I was supposed to do this earlier and totally forgot that I had it. That's better. I'd lost all my lipstick because I had stir fry for dinner. So I figured that we would just try this out. I have like makeup on that's been on all day, so don't mind that. I'll maybe like stick a wee bit of powder on or something. We're gonna try this on our eyes. So this is the little palette. It is a lovely little compact palette. So cute. Do we have names? I don't think we have shade names. We just have what we've got in the palette basically. So we've got creamy, 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 set, creamy. Oh, that's what it says anyway. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 matte shades and 1, 2, 3 shimmers. But the middle matte shade is sort of like a swirl. It's so cute. The shades in it look awesome. So I guess without further ado, we're just going to try this out. I have a MAC paint pot on my eyes just now. I'm not going to waste your time. The writing in it's like bubble writing. So I'm going to take Set. Set, it's not called Set, but that's what it's got printed on it. And I'm just going to do what I always do. And fluff that just underneath my eyebrows. Just so that my other shades can blend into it. Then I'm going to take the very first shade in the palette, this one up here. And I'm going to sort of tuck it into my crease. Or my high crease that I make. I'll put on the screen how much this is, where I got it from, all that jazz. I'm pretty sure I got mine from Huda Beauty. I'm hoping that it's going to be a good palette to take with me places. Because it's got a good array of colours in it, like for doing a look or whatever. I'm gonna take the slightly deeper shade just to have a wee go at it. It's like, it's the neutral brown, so they're not cool tone and they're not warm tone. This is kind of what was drawing me to this palette. It's sort of like cream to powder. This is so weird. It might actually be a cream to powder formula because as soon as you put it on your eye, it is a powder. Let me just watch this. This is the weirdest palette ever. These are the swatches. So, looking at it, the first shade is more powdery than anything. Then it's creamy, creamy. All the shimmer shades are very much typical shimmer shades. Middle shade is definitely powder. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Then it's powder, and then the one on the bottom is creamy as well. So like, it's such a strange thing. But then when you put them on your skin like that, they're powder. So it is definitely a cream to powder. I'm saying this is me going off my initial, like, I've picked this up, I'm going to use it. This is my experience with it. I haven't watched any other videos on this. I don't like to do that. I like to get sort of like my own opinion on something. Like if I was just to pick up, say I was to see it in a shop, you're not necessarily going to have loads of tutorials to show you what to do. So, you know, you're going to pick this up and you want to know how user-friendly it is kind of straight off the bat. Can you figure out how to use it? I will say it's not the easiest to just like pick up and work with. I think we'll do a halo eye, so I want to take... Let's see one. Wow. That's stunning. Finger, I think, with this one I would say. You're just going to get the bit. It's very chunky. It sort of softens as you press it in, but look at that. That's gorgeous. So I wonder if because it's cream, I'm going to take just a mixture of the two darkest shades and try not to get this all over my face. You can actually use it as a waterline liner as well. I have a feeling that these won't move through the day. This one's really unusual. It's brilliant. The base in it is just so nice. Purple and green shift. I don't know if you can see it, so it's like purple with like a greeny brown base. It's just so pretty. Such a nice shade. It's definitely not for beginners, I wouldn't say. It's not the hardest to blend because it turns into an eyeshadow. So I would say it would be easier to use than a full-blown cream eyeshadow that you have to like set. It is, I couldn't believe it looking at it, that it is, I mean, I know it's the creamy palette, but I figured it was just like the shades were creamy. Yes, there are cream shades in it, but they are cream to powder formula. And they're really easy to work with. Plus you have a couple of formulas that are just powder. And it's got a nice colour range, I would say. You've got enough light to dark ratio to do a decent look, which I really like. I think that it's a nice wee palette that you'd be able to take away with you. It's a nice size, but it's not a whack it on and go palette. You do have to work with it a little bit, but you could, if you wanted to just do like an all over lid smoky eye, take your finger, basically smear it on and get a brush and work it out, and you would get the most beautiful smoky eye, I think. There you go. If you take it on your finger and you swipe it on and blur it out, that's how nicely blended you can get just with your finger. That was that shade there, and that's it all blended out. So they blend out really nicely. You can actually see that they do blend really well. So yeah, I think that is a really nice palette. Yeah, obviously to each their own, but it's definitely not a waste of money. It's definitely not as hard to work with as cream eyeshadows either. So that is that. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what else you would like to see reviewed, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye!